green screen. Oh, they got green screens. Oh, this is cool. You might be able to do some fun stuff with this. But anyway, if you want to replay, what up? I got a dope one for y'all today. Because I am mapping out some change inside my business. All right. So for a lot of you guys out there, the reason that I'm going over this with you guys, let me stop this. Anyway, the reason that I'm going over this with you guys is because I want you guys to see and experience things, and you may find yourself thinking through situations and how to go about the things that you want to do, and you kind of got to write it out and figure out if it's the right thing to, or if you should do it or not, right? And so for me, I got maybe like 2 or 3 people that I call whenever I got an idea. Maybe on this, in a minute here, I'll see if one of them is available. But I want you guys to look at what I'm about to discuss with you guys and see if it's something that you may need to kind of look at for your business. Now, not specifically what I'm doing, but let me say how you should think about doing it. So, let me give you guys. Sure. Yeah. So let me give you guys some background. Now, I have not printed pretty much at all this year. Maybe a few jobs. Actually, last week I went in. I had to get the shop cleaned up. Probably should have documented it. I had a rug that was growing mold, and I had to get everything back organized and cleaned up a little bit in the back. Now I got to clean up in the front, and I got jobs to print. It wasn't for a lack of jobs. I had people call me for shirts and different things like that. I was just focused on another aspect of the business, which is kind of like figuring out how to better serve you guys at a large scale for the people that I'm working with. So I got a mentorship, and we're not even mentoring, I'm guiding people throughout the process. And so I've been focused on creating and molding that, as well as the speaking opportunities. So the actual print shop side of the business has been struggling. For a lot of you guys there, you're the only person in your business. And when you're the only person in the business, you can only make money where your attention is, right? And it was like some big jobs that came through. It's a lot, right? And so I put a lot of people on the back burner, a lot of this business on the back burner, because I had to formulate this other thing. And now I'm getting back and I'm getting ready to start printing again for this year. And that's truly one of the things I love about this business is like, yo, you can literally have a heat press in your closet and you can pull it out and go make some money while you go do other things that may interest you. You know what I mean? And I truly enjoy printing, but I wanted to figure out how to build businesses that I don't always have to operate, right? And so that is what leads me to this conversation today. The part of the t-shirt business that I struggle with is I'm the only person there. So in order to solve this problem, I got to do one or two things. I either got to hire somebody or I got to bring someone on to partner with me so that when I'm traveling and teaching, when I'm traveling and marketing, doing consulting, when I'm maneuvering and I'm focusing on other places, the work is still getting done. I don't have a problem bringing the work in, but actually getting the work done, it requires all of my attention. So, the things that, if you want to get outside your business, you got to list out all of the things that you do, and then you got to start to substitute yourself out of them. Now, I recorded a video like this one because the last live was struggling. We'll upload it, and we can decide if we want pre-recorded like this or we want them live. I like the interaction, but for the time until I can get everything set up, not even I gotta get it set up. I totally ignore the tech side of anything these days because I don't want it to consume any of my brain power and go rabbit hole because I used to be a photographer. Nonetheless, I can get streaming stuff and all that extra. So we're gonna figure that all out. All right. Yes, I need some other stuff going on as well. It is hot and crazy. All right, so now I'm here in this place, right? I hated graphic design before and all of that kind of stuff, even though I'm good at it, because it didn't command the revenue that I would like to have inside my business. Okay, And with that being said, I do not want to continue to offer that service when it got very cheap, like Canva and all of that kind of stuff. It started to get cheaper and cheaper. Just wasn't cool, right? Same thing I experienced with websites when it became build your own. Now, when I look at what I'm doing now, I have this opportunity, right? I'm up with Gourmet Print and Design. I know it's going to be reversed, right? That is the business that I marketed last year, right? It did like 98K, okay? Didn't hit the 6-figure mark like I wanted it to. 11 grand off, not a big deal. I went through the numbers on the last live. If you wanted to go watch that, I'm not here to really go too deep in that. We just got econ. I know. I do. I think I had it for a minute when we did a podcast. I just don't want to be in the tech space, man. I don't know. I got to figure something out. So it did 89K. I know what I need to do in order to grow this is I needed to limit my time. I bought on a guy that cleans, does the cleaning for about $200 a month. And then also need someone in production. This part here is like, do I have time to train or what's the case? So I got 2 people in mind. One is my sister, and then I got another person I meet with on Wednesday. That eventually, if I can cover the rent, and then if I can get, let's say 2K, the first 2K after the rent and expenses would go to this person for pay, and it will build it up from there, and then we'll figure out where it could go, right? So you offer up some type of partnership. I think if I can get back to my numbers from last year, like the 10, 13K a month, this would be no problem. It'll cost me about $5 grand to operate the shop, and then once you get at the 10, you break even, and then around 13, 14, you start to see profits. I will be able to deal with that because this part of the business relies on me way much, and I can't get myself out of it in the way that I would like to. Okay, now on the other hand, when I tell you guys, like, okay, how do you get out of just selling apparel, just selling merch, right? You got to look at you and all of the things around you that you're good at or what you're interested in order to find a lane that could be very, very well. So I've been toying with this thing where I'm like, yo, I am a great marketer, okay? And I got proof in the pudding. So now I'm marketing a food truck. Clearly I can market this. Now, what is it that I can add, or how can I package this up to make it a service to someone and go get a high dollar amount? Meaning, a client coming in being worth what I would like to say is $10,000 or more over the course of the year, right? All right, yeah, I will. Let me flip it. That means I'm gonna have to get my computer out. I don't even have. So I'm gonna miss y'all comments. So let me go here. And this is gonna be good for you guys who are serial entrepreneurs, right? So this is me in the middle. Up here, we got Gourmet Print and Design, worth about 89K, right? The problem here is production. I gotta do everything, right? I got this marketing thing. Marketing consultant that I do, that this is where I get paid to think, right? Obviously you drive results and all of that kind of stuff. This part I am really, really good at, right? This is what you guys see me do at Supercolor, what you guys see me do with Treasure Warehouse, and I got a bunch of new products that I'm coming out with. We got some new things that we're marketing, that we created, that we're marketing, and I'm also doing. So let's just write it up. We got the craft press kit, right, which is a partnership and client of mine now, and then we have Mitch's Mo Better, right? Then over here, which is a spin-off of this, these two are connected, we have coaching, right? And I like to say I'm more of a guide for the students that are involved. Right here, before I go too far, on the low end, it's probably right now, it's like 60K, but the potential on this side could be 225K. Now, how am I getting that? The current contracts, and then the potential with success of these brand new ideas and products, right? I have the potential to take 15% of this business that I think we can go to $1 million next year. And this one here, I think we can do 500K next year, just depending on how things work out, right? So now I have this revenue stream over here where I'm coaching people to launch their businesses or organize their businesses. Half of that is print shops, and half of that are regular businesses, right? They get this, they get these services, but they gotta go out and do the work for themselves. Here, I'm doing the work with them. Right? We go through the coaching process, build the website, all of that stuff, right? In this program, cool. That one, right now is at like 25K, and then I'm gonna relate this back to what I'm showing you guys in a second, and I think hopefully by the end of this year it'll be at 50K. I want you guys to see you guys out there who are serial hustlers and entrepreneurs out there, how a divided attention will, you're divided draws you back. So you need to put things in place to make it happen. Now, what I'm thinking about launching is I'm looking at all of this and saying, you know what? How can I stop marketing so many different brands? And how can I combine this into one? What makes sense? So what I'm thinking about launching is Gourmet Marketing, which is responsible for branding, marketing, and merchandise. Branding, marketing, and merch, right? So the reason that I'm thinking about this is because despite having AI, despite having all of these things, I started to coach and I'm helping people launch, and they need help with branding. They need help with websites. They need help with all of these other things, email. They need help with all this stuff, right? And merch comes with that too. So when you talk about creating an offer, now I can step back and say, well, out of everything that I do here, how can I package this up for somebody, right? Can I create something where my customer, whichever the ideal customer is for what I'm working on, and this is obviously unique to me, not any skills that you guys can't learn, but if you think about the things that we do for business or the people that we print for, we are naturally responsible for branding. We are naturally responsible for branding. As much as I try to run away from it, we still got to do their artwork. We still have to help them throughout this process, right? So why am I not offering that as a service? A lot of you guys don't charge for artwork, right? But you should be. And you should have hey, okay, I'm trying to make a killing off of art, but I'm not trying to make it be an expense to me. And so one of the things that I get is guys inside the, or the people, I can't say guys, it's girls, and one of the things that I put on them is you don't got to do everything. We got resources, we got things that we can use. I can teach you how to use them so that in the future you can use them on your own. This is an asset to your business. We're naturally responsible for branding. So what comes under brand? We got logos, which I honestly I don't like doing logos, unless it's for my projects. I did over time. I just hated working with people with logos, right? So we got logos, and then we got marketing materials. The reason that I am very, like, I'm thinking about this now, and the reason that I want to go in this direction is because this stuff no longer relies on me, because I built the team, I trained the team up, and now I'm super confident because I no longer do any of it myself. So now we can open it up as an agency aspect to what it is that we're doing, right? Cool. Under marketing, I put a website under marketing. People are out here building websites just to websites, and it's a setback. So websites and email. Here, I can teach them how to build it, show them how to build it, show them how to build effectively, show it as a part of the plan, and consult to a group of people because I've already proved it out here. It works. So if you need help marketing, I can for sure help you. I'm doing it here. I'm doing it here. And then the last piece is merch, which still requires my physical presence that we're trying to get out of it. But this is how I can group everything else that I'm doing here together, right? And now I can have one collective effort for one company that offers all of these services under one name. Stan can promote multiple things as the key person of influence, which is the new terminology for you guys out there who want to be influenced. You don't want to be an influencer. You want to be a key person of influence. And there's a lot of other things that are attached to what I do because T-shirt style hustle is still a thing. We got marathon, and I have a ton of other conversations behind the scenes. But now is the time for everybody out there to develop a personal brand. Because no matter what you go and do from here, people will be able to attach from to you to here. When I do the chicken truck, all of this is collaborative posts. They have them having fun and rapping. People get used to seeing me. But I can pop up and I can do something else, right? We guys offering franchises to the food truck, right? Now I can promote this here via myself, via this place, and we start to elevate all of our avenues and services. I use this to market this. Why? Because it's the client of Gourmet Marketing. This is the person that I print merch for. This is the person that I do branding for. And now I'm actually able to turn the things that I consult on into an aspect where, oh no, it belongs to this company. Right? Now, you don't want to be dependent on the company. What do I mean that you don't want to be dependent on the company? I'm learning something, right? I built businesses, or I've ran businesses. I've always took interest in entrepreneurship, which a lot of us do, just to live our lifestyle, right? I'm trying to fathom and understand, and I'm learning that businesses are meant to either support a lifestyle, which means you got to define the lifestyle you want the business to support, or businesses are meant to sell. Build a business that you can sell. And if you are the focal point, or you are the only person that can do things inside your business, it's all in your head. You don't got systems, processes, and price sheets and all this stuff you need so that it can operate without you, then you don't own the business, you own a job, right? One of the things that I'm doing with my boy on the food truck is like, bro, you got to stay off the truck. You got to stay off the truck. Why? Because you own the job if you're on the truck. The truck's got to be open. consistently on whatever days we define. We define Wednesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They gotta depend on us. You don't need to be on the truck. Now we can get our operational costs. Now we can draw some things together and put things up. These are the lessons that I learned as a company with 7 employees to 115 employees, $200,000 to $2.2 million in a month. But I got to see the process of growth in decision making, where I've learned now finally how to build the business, right? The first thing you need is a good product, right? Some of you guys, we all can make shirts. We all have a product, but there's something about you, it's something about your customer base, it's something about your connection in your daily life that you can package up. You may not be able to package it up the way that I just talked about right here, but for you, you may be the person, and I found this opportunity to become food truck guy for printing. Why? Because I had a client that was ordering every month with me, probably about $500 to $1,000 a month, every month for merchandise and apparel, right? And so I went to a place with this person, and more connections are there because he got his shit together. So now when people see him, he is the staple. Well, who's your guy? Who did this for you? Who does that for you? Oh, my man Stan does it. He runs gourmet marketing. Well, what can he do for me? So that's open this up to an entire clientele. You got somebody that's spending a crazy amount of money with you that you can package up and you can go put in front of other people like that person, and it'll make your business grow, and it'll make it grow with ease. Not waiting not waiting for a $50 order, a custom order here, a custom order there. Not waiting for all of this stuff. Yeah, so we this is kind of what we're looking at. Well, this is what I'm looking at and thinking about. Now, well, how is it, right? How does this become relevant to a print shop? How can you take this and, you know what, Stan, I don't do marketing, I don't do design, I don't do some of the stuff that you do. I just print shirts, order there, a little custom order here, custom order here. Right? The purpose for doing this is to drive the money up that people spend with you. Meaning, I got a natural process, and I enjoy and I like helping people start their business. Right? Okay, cool. The first thing that I just said today, because somebody, hey, I want to meet with you. Actually, text my girl, I want to meet with your girl, with your boyfriend to talk about my merch and all of that stuff. I need to put a consultant fee on it. A lot of you guys would never think about charging somebody to talk to you, right? But when you become sought after for something, you can put a consultant fee. Just a little love money on it. I don't know. I think my consultant fee is I'm gonna just start it out low at $150. Right? This is like clothing line launch or whatever type of thing that they want. You want to sit around and ask questions? Cool, no problem. And actually, I think I got it on my website, but I got to double check what it was because I kind of took it down. But I'm going to maybe adjust that, maybe not, depending on what it was. But that's for like 30 minutes. Right? Now, what comes next in the process? The first thing that any company's going to need is they're going to need branding. They're going to need a logo and marketing materials. So, I can put together, let's say, a $500 package, a $1,500 package, and a $3,500 package. They're going to need something, right? This right here will get them a logo, a business card, and 100 prints. This one here will get them a logo, a business card, and a flyer, and 500 prints of each. This one here with whatever we can build upon it, right? Comes with character design, whatever we may need. All right, what's next? Okay, the next thing they're gonna need is they're gonna need a website. Well, I have a platform that is, I don't know, 50, 40 bucks a month, called Gourmet Websites. Right? So that is $500 a year. You can go in there and build it yourself. You don't have the expertise, no problem. Let's say it's $1,000 to build it for you. Or instead of $50 a month, it's $100 a month. It's going to accomplish some goal. Then you need email marketing. All right, cool. I can add that on for you. I can do the work for you. It's going to be additional $50 a month to set up automations for a new customer. So we got that down. What's next? Well, you out here doing business. Now you need to look the part. So you need merchandise. So I can set up some packages based on the types of small businesses, how many employees, all of that kind of stuff. We can have a $500 package. $500 package, $1,500 package, and then maybe you do a little bit different. Maybe do $250 for a solopreneur, $500, and $1,500. So right here is what I'm working on as, well, what's the customer journey gonna look like, right? In order to launch your business, and now I can also go in and I can have this conversation with these people who are inquiring about services. It's like, okay, where are you at? Are you already past this point? Are you here? All right, you already got all of this done. Are you happy with it? No, yes, you are, cool. Then we can move right to here. But we create what you would call a customer journey. This customer journey is what we use to sell our business. Meaning, good, better, best, right? What's the process? 1, 2, 3. What's the process? 1, 2, 3. Here's the people that I can help. Nobody else. Are you here, here, here? You can create a customer journey for any niche. Okay, let's say you want to get into the schools. Let's say you're a sports team. All right, cool. The first thing that comes in, right, you need to meet with the coach. So you consult the coach. From consulting the coach, you know what they already need. They're going to need camp gear. Coming into the summertime. That's t-shirt. That's shorts. Right? Boom. Going into the season, they're going to need travel gear for when it gets cold. Right? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. They need jerseys. The last thing to round it up and get last and sustainable is they need fundraising. So what is the thing that brings people in? Because they're gonna go anywhere. They can go anywhere to get this, right? They can go anywhere to get this. But you help them raise money. You pull at the heartstrings. That brings everything else. They already got a guy printing this stuff, but they don't got a guy helping them bring actionable fundraising that is going to be fun, right? That is going to give them some dope things to sell. That's going to give them creative merch. That's going to put name and numbers on there for the parents. who want to come support their kids at the game. So this could be the factor that differentiates you from other people in your market. Being willing to take them customs and do them customs with a purpose. Because I can tell you, ain't no price tag. You can charge $25, you can charge $15 to put name and number on it back, to personalize it. No problem. Parents gonna pay it, no problem. Oh, name and number, my son Johnny's name, his last name is Smith, and I want number 16 on the back so I can bring it. Oh, you want to glitter, $10 plus $10. Like, you can take that custom, make it a bulk custom order, and charge them up. Oh, you want glitter, $20 plus name and number, $15. Oh, you want custom, you want even more custom? Okay, cool, we can do that. That's gonna cost you $100. And you can batch it all up and you can put it all together in an order or on a website. So this is what I'm thinking about doing. Put it all together under one, and going back to kind of what I was doing before. But again, the reason that I'm happy to do this is because here, all I gotta do is think in tutorials showing you how to do it, or I charge you up to do it for you. Here, I train my boy up. His nickname is Adobe. I wonder why that is. I trained him up. I got 100% faith, and I got 3 logo designers that, as long as they like the style of logos, we gonna run it up. I don't even have to do no work. All I got to think about it. All I gotta do is put the concept together. Knock my logo designers, knock it out. My boy Adobe come through, and he's doing all of my branding now. I got 100%. When you see anything from the Six Figure Printer Club, once he has the design set, I got all faith that he can get me where I need to be, and we can make small tweaks and changes. Right? Here, I still have work to do here, but the money's made already, and then here, we just got to get production figured out. Everything else is working smooth. So for the time being, I'm going to have to do production, but I can figure out where it is and where I need to be. And we back in the game. Consolidating all of our efforts. If you got any comments. Hope that all makes sense, man. Oh, that was supposed to happen. Said they call you a gatekeeper, and they said the game is to be told, not sold. Yes, I definitely heard that before. I want you guys to look at, sometimes when you got things going on and you're doing business, sometimes you just gotta write down all of the ways that you can make money, what the revenue is that you're making off of all those ways, and then you got to decide what you want to do, what makes sense, and when you become in a point where, hey, you got some things are moving, you can package it up and grow the revenue from it. Wonton soup. I'm right up. Hope that was impactful. Anyway, if you guys want to join me in the Six Figure Printer Blueprint program, you want to work with me on stuff like this, go to sixfigureprinterclub.com/roadmap, and or it's down in the description below. We already have lunch and get some more work done. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.